Hey everybody, and welcome to Sports Central. I'm Mark Jackson, my co-host. To my right, to your left, Mr. Hank Longo.
Hello everybody, how are you?
Oh, wow.
Fun show today, so I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We're deep into summer, and the summer heat, it's taken its toll on a few of our athletes, and a few athletes worldwide as well, including in the NFL, but they're feeling a different type of heat, and that's Aaron Hernandez and the rest of the crew. But the NFL, Hank, it's hard to believe that we're a month out from preseason starting.
Yeah, it just seems like it got over, and here we are getting going again. But, you know, the great basketball championships, the Stanley Cup just ended, and our big event of the year, which was a great success, was the Polk County All Sports Awards. And what a fantastic evening, and congratulations
the Hall of Fame
to you.
induction ceremony.
The Hall of Fame
Absolutely.
inductions. Crew did a great job, a great event again. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's really a testament to the business of sports in Polk County and the talent.
Unbelievable.
It's just phenomenal. You just think about, you know, some of the inductees. Of course, you had Al Kaline, Hall of Famer, Major League Baseball. And you had, I mean, these type of people that we're inducting into the Polk County Sports Hall of Fame. It's just like, wow, very unusual. I've said that for years, though. I've said that for 20-some years, is that this is an unusual county when it comes to human talent in the sports endeavor.
Well, we've got some great guests today, and our first guest going to take us in the sport of running.
Well, we were talking off camera. I wish we could have translated some of that. We'll bring some of it back. But the opportunity to talk with Bryan Graydon, who is, I'm not really sure if he does it full-time, part-time, you know, whatever. Maybe he doesn't sleep or whatnot. But Lakeland Runners Club, arguably one of the most successful running clubs in the country. You know, they do an awful lot of stuff. But I do have to mention one thing. The Hampton Inn, Lakeland South, is sponsoring and helping promote this segment, and so we're thankful to them. Great place to stay for athletes and business folks alike, or just a leisure traveler. Bryan, welcome aboard. It's good to see you, and we've got a lot to talk about because you know, not only you, but the organization, the Lakeland Runners Club. What an impressive track record you've had, and are continuing to develop. We were talking about the Watermelon Series. My wife, Mary Beth, and her friends just rave about this year. But it doesn't stop there. And you mentioned the Mayfair by the Lake Race for the Arts. No, not Race for the Arts, but Mayfair 5K was a huge success. 1,400 people.
Yeah, the Mid-Florida Mayfair 5K.
There we go. You got it right.
Yep.
I did not.
Got to get the sponsors in there, just like you guys do, certainly. Yeah, last year we were about 1,201 finishers. This year we were 1,425. So a huge growth for us there, which we're very happy about. We tried to market it a little more outside of just the Polk County area. See, we couldn't get some runners from the Tampa and Orlando areas to join us. So we had a little rise in the folks from outside of Polk County, but it's just the biggest race in Polk County. Everyone loves it. It's not an easy course. It's a hot night always, but there's all the other festivities that go on after the race that I think really help draw the crowd out. You have the live music put on there along with the art festival. You have the fireworks. So it's a really great evening for not just the runners, but their families to come join them also.
What is inspiring people to want to run more now?
Nationwide, there's a definite rise in the running boom. There was the running boom back in the 70s. There was another one a little later on, and now we're currently in the midst of one. Nationwide, running is up in most distances, but especially the half marathon. That's the largest growth as far as any distance of a race.
That's 13.1.
And 13.1. That's a long run. I mean,
it's great because it gives folks a huge challenge to shoot for. It's not quite the full 26.2 miles, which is hard for a lot of people to do, not just physically, but also just
I have a hard time driving 26 miles
in your car.
Right? And then
what do I do? Okay, I have 13 miles. I still got 13 miles to go here.
It's a lot of time you put into training and time away from your family, that kind of thing. So 13.1 offers a great challenge for people that's a little easier to fit into, you know, busy lifestyles of today.
Watermelon Series start. I want to jump back to that real quick. I guess it's because I get so much of it at home, but it's funny because my wife started actually, you know, in these type of races about a little over a year ago, and a year ago she walked virtually all of it. Now she runs all of it. She's got her time up to like 33 minutes or something like that in the water, and I mean, just absolutely thrilled to death. And so every time, you know, it's a race against yourself. It's not so much a race against others.
And the great thing about the Watermelon Series, it's a low frills, low cost event. that goes on throughout the summer, 4 different races. So like you're saying, folks can come out, kind of establish a time that first race and work to get faster. And it's big for families, it's big for first timers. Every year, the amount of people who contact me saying, I've never done this before, what can we do, what do we need to do, you know, saying it's my first race ever. So it's nice to see a growth of just new runners coming out to join us. Once again, it's low cost, it's $30 for all 4 races. And that's kind of the way it was set up when Rob Mason and Dave Corral started it 18 years ago. It was just a low frills thing to keep folks running during the summer when it is so hot, like you mentioned at the start of the program there. It's tough to run in this heat, but it gives folks something to shoot for.
And you say you got families in there. You get a lot of kids that participate in this? And what kind of ages are they?
I think the youngest one we had sign up was 4.
Oh my God.
And then, you know, they go all the way through. I think the oldest folks we have this year are 79, I think.
Wow.
So got them all throughout there. You'll see that the nice thing I like is certainly you've got folks who come out and run fast by themselves, but you'll see the parents running along with their kids and holding their hands even as they go.
You know what's funny is these kids, you know, and I haven't been to one this year. I went to 2 last year. Heaven forbid I actually run in them, but I watched, you know, cheer the friends on and all this type of stuff. And you watch
they have, you know, medics there. So
yeah, I know that. Yeah, well, my walker doesn't move quite that fast.
Your little horn on it. Here I come. Here I go.
But if you watch the kids, you know, and you know that my favorite interviews are with children, but you watch, you know, the way they run, and they'll run and they'll just go really fast, and then they just stop and like they'll see a bird up in a tree, and they're pointing at the bird, and then they're just talking, and they're running with their parents. The parents pass them by, and then they run past their parents. You know, it's hilarious. Just little kids, they're just out getting exercise. In today's society with obesity, what is it now, like in children, over 30%? I mean, it's fantastic.
And to segue along with the kids, one of our main focuses we've started is our kids running program. It's Tuesday nights at Lakeland High School track at 5:30. Coach Grace Owen goes out there.
So you just go to Lakeland High School at 5:30 every Tuesday?
Tuesday night. You do not have to be a member of the club. It's open to anyone in the community. It's basically elementary school age kids is who comes out for that. She averages around 50 kids a week, and it's been up as high as 70. Parents have to fill out a waiver while they're there, and we do ask they stay there at the track during the workout. And some parents will get involved and run with their kids. It's a great turnout we have, and that's our kind of way to, you know, get youngsters involved, not only like you said in exercise, but in the running community, because I don't plan to be the president of this organization forever, so we've got to get somebody to eventually want to take it over, so we try to grow them young and get them involved with running and with the club and the running community and let them grow from there.
That's fantastic.
Okay, obviously this is more of an avocation than a vocation for you. What do you do for a job?
I'm in education. I'm currently the Dean of Students at Southwest Middle School.
Oh,
so
really?
once again, involved with middle school age kids, which, to segue to our next new program we also have, is a middle school age running program during the summer. Middle school cross country will start next year as an extracurricular activity for the kids. So we started a program to kind of, if you want to say, phase them into it, where they can come out and join us. Holloway Park, Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. So we meet out there and kind of take them through a little run and get kids that age acclimated with
Have
it.
you been out there?
No.
I got to tell you something. Ed Holloway, he owns Sandland Ranch RV campground, and they have all sorts of stuff out there. Really cool. But he is a very giving man, and has donated his properties and so on and so forth. They have a track to the, I want to say to the north of where the Sandland Ranch is, cross-country track and this type of, holy smokes. I mean, he's really giving back to the community. Guy that's giving back, you know, just not a hoarder, not a taker. Gives back. And
it's nice
I can't say enough about Ed.
Right,
So.
it's nice to have something solely dedicated for cross-country running. Not a lot of communities have something like that, and the fact that he's given that land to be used for that, and it is such a great place for it with the terrain that it offers, it's a nice thing to have in our town.
Yeah, Mallory White's dad.
Paul White, yep.
Paul. I saw him at the Hall of Fame and All Sports Awards the other night, and you know, he said, of course, Mallory got an award. I remember you and I interviewing her when she had braces and she was like that tall and was setting all these records in AAU, and now she's like that tall, you know, and I hadn't seen her in years.
Right, Paul helps put on the Jim Ryan Invitational, the
That's what it
cross-country
is.
meet for high schools and kind of colleges and middle school kids that run out there also. Yeah, it's a great event.
Cool stuff. We got another one coming up, the 2013 Arching Quad.
Aching Quad.
Aching Quad.
Yeah,
I knew
that's for people who are either really obsessive or really
Glasses
crazy.
for me.
No, you're fine.
It's 4 races in 24 hours. Friday night you run a 5K, then Saturday morning you run a 1 mile race, a couple hours later you run a 2 mile race, and Saturday night you run a 5K again. So you're really working hard if you're running all those races as hard as you can in a 24-hour period. But the folks who come out, they're devoted. They love it.
And what kind of, I mean, when you've got the, the mile has always been, the race.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have those kind of qualified runners that are really trying to run a fast mile, or?
Well, they're trying to run it as fast as they can. Most of them aren't mile specialists or anything.
Okay.
It's the 5K runners in town or that sort of
Okay.
thing will come out. But you'll still see some good times. You'll see some low 5-minute times that folks will
That's
show up and
fast,
run.
really?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
after coming off a hard race the night before and knowing they've got 2 more races later that day. So they come out and they run hard.
Now,
Where do they do this one now?
The 5Ks are both around Lake Hollingsworth, the Friday night and the Saturday night races.
Oh, okay.
The mile race on Saturday morning is around Lake Morton.
Okay.
And then the 2-mile race goes around Lake Hunter.
Okay.
We start at the park right there and go all the way around Lake Hunter.
Brian, what got you interested in running? Because, I mean, there's a passion there to dedicate the time. I mean, like you say, you're teaching and involved with the kids as your career during the day. So this is one of those things that you're doing in your free time.
I played tennis growing up, and then got to the point where the shoulder hurt too bad to do that, so I took up running. And running is a drug. It's not just a hobby. It's addictive. It really becomes a part of your life and something you want to do each and every day. I currently can't run right now due to a knee injury, so it's killing me to just watch other people run and go to all our events and not be able to participate myself, because it really gets in your blood. Really,
so when you're
does.
doing these events, you're running along with everyone else?
A couple of them. Mayfair, I've run in the past along with directing it. This year I wasn't able
It's
to.
just a little too much going on.
Watermelon Series, though, I'm just working hard through that one the whole time.
Well, if you're just joining us, shame on you, but Bryan Graydon took the Lakeland Runners Club, and he took over as president in 2010, from 200 people to a little over 450 today. One of the reasons he was named president of the year, or outstanding club president of the year in the 2013 Road Runners Club of America.
Yeah.
So again, it's a testament to not only the quality of running here, but then somebody asked me the question, and before we have to go to break here before our director over here decapitates
pulls the plug.
us. Yeah, pulls the plug or gets the hook out, one or the other. But per capita in the city of Lakeland, are there more runners in the city of Lakeland than anywhere else in the state of Florida?
I don't know that specifically, but as far as our club membership goes, for a town our size, it's significant. So
Okay.
it's nice to see.
Okay, well, could be hearsay, but if it isn't true, it should be.
And Brian, if folks want to get a hold of you, get involved in this and run, how do they contact you?
LakelandRunnersClub.org has all the information on all of our events and all of our activities we have throughout the week, and my email is listed there as contact information. Happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
Well, super duper. Thanks so much, and hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Well, appreciate you joining us.